Hello, my dear children. Namaste, and welcome to this super useful session on this super amazing channel, Vedantu 9th and 10th English. And this is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on this amazing platform of Vedantu. Well, guys, exam dates are coming closer and closer, right? Finally, just days are just passing like that. I feel time is just ticking really fast. But of course, we just need to keep in mind that every day, whatever it may be, however fast we may feel time may be flying past, we must keep in mind that it's still going to be the same 24 hours that we still have every single day. I think it all depends upon how busy we keep ourselves that we get this perception of time, right? Okay, so today we will be discussing a few very useful strategies which can help you do your best, and if done right, if done really with your full sincerity and with complete honesty and with all your mind, I would say it can guarantee you 100% results. Okay, which means 100% marks, not just about passing or failing. All right, so yes, is this possible? Of course it is. Children, let's face it. Okay, many children ask me this is one common question I've been coming across from a lot of children these days. Children are like, ma'am, we just have like less than 2 months for our exam. So if I start working hard right now, will I still be able to score 90%, or will I still be able to score 100%? Trust me, children, it is possible. 1 month is not a very short span of time. It gives you sufficient time. And remember, it's not the first time you are definitely going to be going through your syllabus and everything. At least, whether or not you've gone through it with all your heart, you're definitely familiar with everything, because for the last 1 year, close to 1 year at least, you would have been hearing all these terms, and you would have done so many term exams, so many pre-board exams, and all of those. So these are going to be very simple for you, and a scientific planned approach will certainly guarantee excellent results for you. Trust me, children. Okay, so yes, here I have a nice quote for you. The future depends on what you do today. Remember this, okay? So, in case you're wondering, okay, if I start learning today or tomorrow, is it going to make any difference? Okay, I'll just relax today and I'll start tomorrow, because today I'll just give myself another break. You know what? That's a very dangerous attitude, okay? So I'm not saying this because I'm a perfectionist. I'm telling you this rather because I have also done that during my student life. Whenever you get this temptation to put off something, chances are you're never going to do it. Or at the last minute, in the last moment, you're going to run around to get things done. Why do you put yourself in that kind of pressure? And then don't come to me and say, ma'am, exam pressure, exam pressure. What do I do? I'm not done. I'm not done. What do I do now? Let's not think about all that. Our goal right now is not to get ourselves in that kind of a situation. So, what can we do today to make tomorrow much easier for us? Yes, children, as simple as that. So, here it is. Let us get started. Pareto's principle. This is a very popular principle in the world of economics, in the world of marketing and business. So, what does it have to do with studies? Well, it's very simple. You can actually get better learning outputs by mastering this rule, which means, according to this principle, from 20% of your efforts, 80% of your results can be determined. As in, put in 20% and 80% results would be guaranteed. Now, when I say 80%, don't guarantee, don't compare it with marks. As in, I'm not telling you do only 20% of your syllabus, 80% of your marks will be yours. No, that's not what I'm telling you. But overall, when you think of it, for any subject, whatever it may be, remember, 20% of your inputs can determine or could determine 80% of your results. So, what is it that you need to do for this? Well, it's very simple. You need to know how to prioritize, basically. Okay, because I know many children who are now science, for example, when you take CBSE science as a subject, physics, chemistry, and biology together, they make up science, right? There are children who are really, really good in physics. They may be okay in biology. They may be really, really bad in chemistry. Or it may be the other way around. You may be really good in biology. You may be really bad in physics or chemistry, may be okay for you. Or anything else. Think about any combinations of these. Or probably you are really good at only one of these and the others are really bad. I'm not saying ignore whatever you are bad at, but make sure you put in a lot of effort in whatever you are good at. Make the best use of your strengths, okay? So that whatever the weightage may be, at least it is guaranteed that you're not going to lose any marks in that, whatever you are strong at, okay? Now, apart from this, what is written at the bottom of this page also matters a lot, because your time is limited. It's going to be 1 hour strategy that we have to think about now. You need to spend it on chapters which have better weightage. So first of all, in this, the first thing you need to focus on would be your strengths. Okay, so I'll do this. Focus on your strengths. All right, know what you are strong at, know what you are not so strong at, okay, and make use of your strengths really, really well. Now, in maths itself as a subject, for example, some children may be really good in geometry and they may not be so good at other chapters. Okay, so if that's the case, do you label yourself as weak in math? No, that's not what you do. Do your best to ensure that you will score 100% in whatever will come from the section of geometry. Rest of it, I mean, you are still going to be doing your best, but that's all right. Don't stress yourself too much about it. The results will definitely come. Okay, so focus on your strengths, and secondly, focus on the weightage. Okay, so what I mean to say is high weightage chapters have to be really, really covered completely. For example, in the syllabus, in the entire syllabus, there may be certain chapters which carry like a lot of weightage as compared to another. Some chapters may be worth 6 to 8 marks. From some chapters, for example, you may expect questions only worth 2 to 3 marks or something like that. Now, how do you know this? Of course, based on the blueprint that CBSE officially releases, and also for the rest of you who are from other boards, your past year's paper analysis also has to give you a good indication of this. Your pre-boards would have given you a better idea as well. Analyze it. See what chapters have been most often asked and decide this for yourself. But these are the two key things that you need to keep in mind to apply the Pareto's principle. Okay, so from even 20% of your syllabus, you may be able to produce 80% of your results. Okay, this is what I mean. Now, next one. Know your syllabus. As I told you, this is super duper important. Now, as far as biology is concerned, 4 major topics in CBSE: life processes, reproduction, or how do organisms reproduce, heredity and evolution, our environment. Now, talking about the mark wise weightage, I must say it's more or less equal. But there are still chapters which really have a very good weightage as compared to the others, considering past year's trends. And what would that be? Okay, let's look at that. Yes, here it is. From life processes, look at the scale of importance. Yes, definitely it's one of the most important chapters that you just cannot afford to skip. Anything can be asked from life processes, children, anything. 1 marks, 3 marks, 5 marks. Be prepared for any kind of questions that come from any nook and corner of this. Right? So completely do not omit anything at all from the chapter life processes. Give it your best. Put in your heart and soul into the chapter. How do organisms reproduce and our environment come next in the scale of importance? As you can see, yes, 4 points for this, 5 points for life processes, 4 points for reproduction and our environment, which means it's going to be probably slightly less important than life processes. That's it. Okay, now then comes heredity and evolution, especially this year, because the concepts of evolution are not there in your syllabus, only heredity. Right? Considering the cut short syllabus, this will belong to the third position right now. So life processes would be position 1, reproduction and our environment would be position 2, heredity would be at position 3. Make sure you prioritize your chapters this way. Now, when I say prioritize, it is literally prioritize. Okay, keep that in mind. And it doesn't mean deleting or omitting or ignoring any particular chapter. Right, children? Okay, now, next one is going to be really, really useful for you. What do you do? Children, for every chapter that you pick up, remember there are going to be 4 milestones that you have to achieve. Every chapter that you pick up. You can apply this for all your subjects, okay? Not just for biology. First of all, NCRT based study. 3 hours of NCRT based study. Now, what is your goal going to be? In those 3 hours of NCRT based study, the target is going to be able to answer any kind of 1 mark question that comes up. For example, for 3 years, if you just pick up your NCRT and go through and completely study the chapter life processes, your goal has to be such that at the end of those 3 years, any 1 mark question that I ask you from the chapter life processes, you should be in a position to answer that. It could be something really small, but you should be in a position to answer that. Okay? But children, make sure at this point of time, don't ideally go beyond 3.5 hours per chapter when you are doing an NCRT level of study. Okay? Because we don't really have that much of time, but make sure you make the best use of the time you have in front of you. For some of you, you may need only 2 hours, you may need only 1 hour. For some of you, it may vary. Lesser, the better. But 3 hours is an estimate that I'm giving you so that just in case you have no idea where to begin, how to proceed, it will be a sort of good reference for you. Okay? So 3 hours of NCRT based study is going to be your milestone number 1. What about the next? What do you do next? Milestone number 2 is this: 6 hours of NCRT exercises and exemplar from that particular chapter. Okay, so your target is going to be 2, 3, and 5 marks questions. Okay, 1 marks you've already done along with your NCRT based study. So 2, 3, and 5 marks questions would be your target when you do different kinds of NCRT exercises and exemplars and questions from question banks. I'll just add here question banks. Okay, add it here. All right. Question banks. Okay, right. That looks like some other font, right? Anyway, the idea I hope is very, very clear. It would be really, really good if you could write down your answers and analyze it for yourselves. Just assess it with a good answer key with you. Okay, so ideally that should be the case. If you can get your parents help or your elder siblings help or any friends help or anything, that would be good, but not really necessary, because whatever I put in normally, I would the tips that I put in would be such that you will be able to manage even if you are by yourself, because that's ultimately what matters. You have to be an independent person at the end of the day. Okay, so this is the next reference point, the next milestone: 6 hours of NCRT exercises and exemplar. Right, again, the 6 hours is only a reference for you. It could be lesser, it could be probably a little more than 6 hours as well, but everything related to that particular chapter. Now, what is your third milestone gonna be? Look at this. 2 hours. Spend 2 hours on past year's questions. Past year's questions of 2020, which was last year, 2019, and 2018. Last 3 years. If you still have time, you might even adjust it, like put 4 hours into this step and maybe 4 hours into this step. That's completely up to you. In case you want more of past year's question practice, completely your choice. Pick up past year's papers, pick up good question banks which have past year's papers, but make sure this is a very important milestone that you achieve. And your target here is to achieve confidence, to attain confidence, to revise and give your revision that complete finishing touch and feel completely confident. You know what the last milestone is? This is my favorite. Yes, it is. Recharge yourself. Now, children, you could think about this as 4 different days of milestones that you might have to achieve. So that is completely up to you, whether you want to achieve milestone 1 and 2 today, milestone 3 and 4 tomorrow, or whether you want it on 4 different dates. That's totally up to you. It's your responsibility. So how do you plan that? I will tell you that in the next step. But now, why have I even put The fourth milestone, recharge yourself, as a milestone. It's like you might wonder, ma'am, is that even a milestone? Aren't we doing that all the time? Actually, trust me, we are not. Most of us, even when we think we are relaxing by watching TV or chatting with our friends on social media, we're not actually relaxing. Our brain is rather more focused on unwanted things like how many likes have I got? How many dislikes have I got? How many people have viewed my, whatever posts that I've put on? And how much has my friend covered? How much have I covered? And how do I compare it? And how do I do better than my friend? And so on. Unnecessarily, so many things are going around in your head. When I say recharge yourself as a milestone you need to achieve, I mean it by every letter to the dot. You have to follow it, which means be completely calm, be completely peaceful, feel it, whether it's for 1 hour, for 2 hours, for 5 minutes, or for one full day. It's completely your choice, but give yourself the time to recharge yourself, because that is the only way you can ensure that for the next study session you're going to sit back and able to do the same thing with the same level of efficiency without being able to recharge, without recharging our phones and our laptops. Do you think they're going to function? Definitely not. Likewise, our bodies, our brains also need a bit of recharge. Whatever activities you can do during the recharge time, except I would say personally, avoid any kind of screens as much as possible when you try to recharge yourself. Maybe some kind of a sport, maybe just taking a quick walk through nature, just meditation, yoga, simple stretching out, painting, music. All of these are things that can help you go deeper into yourselves. Okay, so do whatever that may be for you, whatever suits you to achieve the last milestone. Now, as I was telling you, how do you plan whether to do it over 4 different days or 2 different days or 3 different days? Now, this is what you need for that. Make a monthly schedule, and I would say make a weekly schedule as well. Make a weekly schedule as well. That's a super duper important, because when we are targeting 1 month from now, we break it down into 4 different weeks or 5 different weeks, whatever the time that you may be having in front of you. Now, I would suggest children, whenever you plan out your revision, don't calculate those days. This is a golden tip, okay? Don't calculate those days which you will be having between two exams. For example, say for instance, on the 4th of May, on the 1st of May, say for instance, I have my English exam. My math exam may be happening on the 5th of May. Science exam may be on the 12th of May. So there is a lot of gap in between subsequent exams, right? When you plan your revision schedule like this, do not put any task for those dates which are in between. Okay, so between May 1st and May 5th, you have 4 days. So don't plan your revision schedule such that you are going to put something for those 4 days. No, let's keep that as a buffer time, just in case you need some bit of extra relaxation or you need a bit of extra revision and brush up of the entire syllabus. Use that time. Don't even consider that in your revision plan. This is a very, very important thing that you need to follow. Okay, right now, when you make a weekly or a monthly schedule, design it only till the last couple of days before your exam. If your exam starts on the 4th of May, plan the schedule till maybe the 30th of April or the 1st of May, not beyond that. Rest of it, we'll take it when the exam month comes. All right? Yes. So make a monthly schedule, be very, very systematic and specific. What should your monthly goals be? What should your weekly goals be? What should your daily goals be? This is also important here. And check off at the end of every day whatever things you have achieved. You might have a list of them. Say, for instance, the first one is to cover life processes. Second one is to cover trigonometry in mathematics. Third one is to cover some chapter in social studies, whatever it may be. Okay, make this list at the start of every week for each day. And at the end of each of those days, check off everything that's been done. You know how important that step is? It's really important, because this act of checking off things, when it's done, gives you a very, very huge sense of accomplishment. Try this and you'll know what I'm talking about. And that is a very, very important step and a simple step in boosting your confidence. All right. So, yes, try this out and let me know how it works for you. And children, remember, we do have a lot of amazing courses at Vedantu. So just check the link in the description box below, and the coupon code is AMBPRO. Remember it. You might not have to enter the coupon code. Once you click on the link in the description box below, ideally, if all goes well, you will be. It will be automatically updated. Okay, the coupon code. But just think about it. But keep an eye on it. Okay, AMBPRO is the coupon code, just in case it doesn't automatically get applied. So that's about it from my side. And children, click on the like button if you found this useful. And very, very importantly, please share it with all your friends. Whoever is facing board exams this year, state boards, ICSE boards, CBSE boards, anyone, 10th grade, 12th grade, anyone at all, children who you think will benefit from this. Okay, and stay subscribed, because this is just one of the few special videos that we will continue to make for you even in the days to come, right? So do not miss out on any of those. Click on the subscribe button right now. That's about it from my side, children. I'll see you in yet another super amazing session. Until then, remember, stay happy, stay healthy. This is Ambika signing off. Bye bye.